Have you seen this? It's not Fight Club. It's not Lord of the Rings. It's not very good.
Welcome to Have You Seen This?
The world's only podcast about obscure, overlooked, and misbegotten media.
All discussions will be spoiler heavy.
You have been warned.
This show would not be possible without the support of our patrons. If you would like to support our show, join us at patreon.com/haveyouseenthis. For just $5 a month, get access to our Discord and all 3 episodes every month covering movies you've never heard of, or maybe wish you hadn't.
It's a vanity project of a martial artist from like rural Connecticut
Yeah.
that Jen found.
Oh, yes.
And you were just taken with it immediately.
Yeah, and honestly, I was kind of... Argyle really bummed me out. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's fair.
I was
that'll ruin your
insanely
day.
depressed that week, and like that movie just made me more depressed, and just everything sucked. And then I found this
It makes you fear for movies, yeah.
on Tubi, and I was like, wow, this is so cute. I love it. And like I watched it twice, and I'm still not sick of it.
If any service was able to like manifest this sort of random AI generated slop, I think Tubi might be like that's where the singularity will happen, where you're just like, I want a kind of movie that I know already exists, but Tubi, give me a new one. Throw me a new story about a martial artist who is trying to make his mortgage while also trying to struggling to regain his career drawing cheesecake after he gets his fingers cut off in a home invasion.
Yeah, this man loves his bolt-ons, let me tell you.
Yeah, well,
Them titties
yeah, he's
is
got
brown.
a particular right. He's got a particular aesthetic, and I guess it's done pretty well for him. Just chasing that dragon.
Well, and I should also...
spherical, soft, bouncy dragon.
Well, I don't know about soft.
Right, yeah.
I'm thinking rock hard, like his abs. Credit where it's due. I should say this before we get started. Actually, there are a couple of things that I want to say before we get started. First of all, I think
Your podcast,
we should...
you can say whatever you want.
First of all, I think we should actually breaking... Have you seen this tradition where we just freely talk about spoilers? Let's hold off on talking about the incredible ending until...
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we get like a 45 minutes or an hour into the show. We'll give you guys a warning before we get into it because you are not prepared for the incredible swerve this movie takes in the last 5 minutes or so.
It is an ambitious movie. Like a lot of auteurs who are not filmmakers, who are like, I'm just going to put all of myself into this movie. The guy does.
Yeah.
Dan, I don't. Yeah, you know who the actual auteur is, but I just know him as his character is Dan.
Yeah, Dan Shanks, played by Sean Gallimore, who is also the director, writer, editor, not the cinematographer, which
fight choreographer.
Yeah, not the cinematographer, which tells me that maybe he could have hired up a little, because I actually assumed that he was the cinematographer from the look of this movie.
I assumed from watching it that there was no cinematographer.
It could also be that. It could be a pseudonym. But like I said...
Yeah, you'd be forgiven for feeling the same way.
Yeah. Sean Gallimore, who is no longer with us, sadly. And I don't...
And you'll know why when you watch the end of the movie.
Yes. There's... Oh, man. But save it, Tim, please. We don't want to spoil people's fun right off the bat, even though we usually like to.
Yeah, enjoy the journey. Yeah,
but
there's a lot in this movie because, like I said, as an auteur, they want to tell their story, and really, Dan Shanks, Sean, he does start the movie. After we get like a preview, we get some cool martial arts action, which, to be fair, those are the scenes you can skip through in the movie. After that, we get like a backstory of him / the character.
Yeah, because he uses like his own like juvenile art and like photos of himself, which okay, that makes sense because I think they do that with actors. Is like if they can get a youthful photo of them,
like your high school photo or something, they'll put that in.
They'll use it, but in this case, it does make you think, am I watching the character or the man himself? Because he does seem to draw quite a bit from his own life. This is from Iron Lion Pictures. Iron Lion Zion.
And is that like an anagram?
And there's a dojo called Iron Lion Martial Arts, which appears to be the company that he himself owned. And he is adept in martial arts. So...
Which shows, yeah.
I don't know if it's true that he regularly fights a dozen ninjas in his backyard. But
I think he could.
Yes. This could have just been
he's telling the audience.
This could have just been a weird week for him, maybe. Like, I don't know. Like, you know, sometimes strange things happen to you, and you just got to document them on video.
Right. Yeah.
Barely prosumer grade video. And like I was trying to say before, he passed away in 2021. It seems, from what I've read online, unexpectedly at the age of 56. No word on cause. But from people's remembrances of him, he seems to have been an all-right guy, like a respected businessman and artist. He did work for Disney on quite a few of their productions. In fact, he was the assistant animator on Meg from Hercules, who's my personal favorite Disney character of all time. So, respect.
Yeah, because you find her so relatable.
And he's interesting because he's not a guy who lacks talent, and we've certainly watched movies on this show from people who should be legally barred
do lack talent. Yeah.
From access to cameras or editing software. It's not the case with this.
He left us only because he had no more challenges for him. For himself.
Yeah, he made a whole feature with a coherent storyline.
Right, because he had already mastered the martial arts. He had already mastered the visual arts. Why not the cinematic arts?
He was like, one day I said I was going to draw the roundest titty of all time, and I drew them. I drew a pair of them.
The smoothest pair of tits that you could ever imagine.
Yes.
These should go in the Wikipedia entry for breasts with the attribution own work.
Breast implants.
Yeah.
Creative Commons license 1.0 own work.
Yeah, share like. Yeah. Does is there a Wikipedia entry for bolt-ons? Or do you have to go to like Urban Dictionary for that?
I know. I think you need to go to that specific subreddit.
Oh God. Well, you know what? Why am I even asking Wikipedia?
But Tim,
you've been barred from Wikipedia. What the hell?
I will avenge you someday, Seed Feeder. Tim, do you want to tell us what the basic plot of this one is?
No. It auto-completes to the region of Bolton in the southeast United Kingdom.
Bolton Wanderers.
Yeah.
It's just a soccer team who all have huge fake tits.
There's some great ball handlers, though.
Whoa!
Yeah. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, you can get 2 extra episodes every month, plus access to our growing catalog of reviews for just $5 a month by going to patreon.com and searching for "Have you seen this?"